Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Fancy Football. There is no place to start other than the match between Liverpool and Manchester City. Part one of the title deciders. There are different phases to this title decider for in the Premier League, and this is part one of it because we have other tough matches coming in for these top three sides that are separated by one point each. With me on the show today is no other than the Sport Bishop. Good afternoon, Nonso Zechi, and how are you?
Good afternoon, Fanzy. It's nice to be here. I love the fact, like you said, uh, this is just the part one of the showdown. A lot of matches to come, but come on. I think, in my opinion, this match will have a big say on who ends up champion come April and May in the Premier League. So, big game we're looking at this weekend. Like I always like to say, let the best team win.
Yeah, the best team will always win at the end of the day, but not necessarily the team with the bite, with the vibe, with the desire to win will always win. That's it, whether you are good or not. But if you have the vibe, the desire, you will always win at the end of the day. Okay, let's look at this match. Because I purposely, you can see the way I made the banner purposely for this match. But this is the top five show where we look at the top five leagues in Europe. But this weekend, this is the match to watch across the world, whether we like it or not. Looking at the fixtures across the top five leagues, this is the match to watch. And it is interesting because it is almost a title decider. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal are all separated by one point each. Going to this match, I think if you look at Arsenal's fixture, they are playing Brentford at home, and Arsenal have been firing from all cylinders against the mid-table side, and which is good because if you get a mid-table side beat that side, it's good for them. Scored about 32 goals in their last four matches. Excellent. But this is the match we all want to watch, and this is the match everybody is interested in this weekend. And let me say this: when we look at these two teams coming into this match, they've had really good form. If you look at their result, look at their standing in the table, the result they've had. Liverpool just one loss in their last five, and Man City one draw in their last five. Um, 63 points for Liverpool, 62 points for Man City, and 61 points for Arsenal. It's really good. I just think that if this match ends in a draw, Arsenal will take advantage of it. If this match ends in a Manchester City win, it is almost said and done that City will not win the title. That's my opinion, though. And also, if this match end in a Man City, I mean, in a Man City in a Liverpool win, it is also said that no, if this match end in a Man City win, it will almost said and done that Liverpool will be under pressure to catch up as well. Liverpool Arsenal will be under pressure to catch up. But if it end in the Liverpool win, Man City, I don't think they could really recover, except something else happened because a Liverpool side that is playing at home is much more dangerous. The City knows that, and they've not won there in their last five visit to that place. I think it's something that they can really look at and say let's break that jinx this time around. So first of all, what's your take about the match? And let's before we look at other teams, team news, tactics, and head to head as well.
Big game, like you did say. I think a good analogy. If I was to be at the other side listening, I would have loved to hear those words from your mouth. But like you did say, 1 point separate three of them. Liverpool have only lost one game in the last five. Lost once in the last five. I guess who beat them? Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Absolutely. Man City as well have dropped points in the last five games. But apart from that, they have been also impeccable in 2024. Uh, so it now boils down to who wants it more. I think looking at the manager, Pep Guardiola, he wants to break the record and be the first manager to win the Premier League four times in a row. Not even the great Sir Alex Ferguson. I know this will come like a dagger in your heart. Was able to do that.
Like I said, like I
Uh,
always tell you, I'm on the fence now. So it's left for those. I'm on the fence. It doesn't really
absolutely,
matter.
absolutely. But for Klopp, Jurgen Klopp, uh, it's a farewell. He wants to end his stay at Liverpool on a very high note. He just won the Carabao Cup. It'll be amazing if he adds the Premier League and, if possible, the Europa League with the way they are flying with their 5-0 victory against Slava Prague, like we saw in the Europa League as well. So it's like the perfect ending for club at Liverpool. We also saw the rivalry where we had Alexander Arnold saying that the trophies that they have won at Liverpool.
Why are you taking that from my mouth? Why are you taking it from my mouth, my man? Why are you taking that from my mouth?
I just have to, man. You see, there's a rivalry among these two teams, and they can't stop rubbing it in whenever a team succeed over the other. As much as you want to say this, Arnold has come out clear to tell the team that their trophies will be more better than whatever Man City has done because of where they were and how they have lifted Liverpool to and what it means to the fan after a very long time not winning the Premier League. But one man then replied and said, "Wow, he's just spent only 1 year at Man City and he has won the treble. And does Alexander Arnold know how that feels?" This is straight to a dagger to the chest by Erling Haaland as well. So the banter would always continue. Who has won, which trophy it means more to which, who has done much better. By the end of the day, it now boils down to heart, it boils down to soul, it boils down to who wants it. But don't forget that Liverpool will be banking on the fact that Man City, I can't remember the last time Man City won at Anfield. Now, let me repeat that again. I can't remember.
It's been 5 seasons. The last time they won.
Absolutely. That was since I don't think they've won this. Liverpool had won the league. So it tells you that place is a semi-fortress for Liverpool, and they always have Pep Guardiola's number. Secondly, I don't think the Man City team of last season again is a is lesser than what we got. The Man City team of this season is far lesser than what they had last year when they won the treble. You can see the fact that sometimes they are a bit shaky. They seem to struggle when there's a bit of pressure. Last season they were on flight mode. Nobody could touch them. Absolutely, they were untouchable. So a lot to play for. Like you said, if Man City wins, they keep their hopes alive. They become favorite to win the Premier League. If Liverpool does win as well, it takes Man City in a very precarious situation, and they must then have to. It was no longer in their hands. They will not have to react to what comes their way and hope that in other results it falls their way. So I don't think Pep Guardiola loves to be in that situation. He always loves to be in control with his life, with his belief. So it's a more do or die affair. And if that game ends in a draw, it's like a lifeline and an injection into the title aspiration of Arsenal again. So Arsenal will be watching that game hopefully with keen interest, even though they are not part of the game. But I tell you, it's a big spectacle, and I tell you, big decider, and who, like I said earlier, who takes home the APL title come April, May. But come on, man, that's the game to look out for in the top 5 league in Europe. And if you're not watching that game this weekend, man, I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, Arsenal will want to win. Arsenal will want to be done and dusted with their match against Brentford, and they want it, and they also want to add more statement to the statement that they've made so far so good.
Absolutely.
In the Premier League. 32 goals in 4 matches, spot on, good results, excellent play from the team, all-round teamwork for them. And on Sunday they will become spectators in this match. Okay, you don't even remember the last time that Man City have lost 14 times in their last 20 meetings at Liverpool.
This is prior to Pep Guardiola's coming,
And the only victory they've gotten so far in that match was in 2003 when they snatched a 2-1 victory into. And then at that time, Leroy Sané was just 7 years old. At that time, Leroy Sané was 7 years old. That is 2003. So you can see that it's been a long time. Manchester City won in Anfield, and even at that, Pep Guardiola, the so-called great Pep Guardiola, let me use that word.
The magnificent, the magician,
has not been able to win in Anfield. I think he has to do something different in this match. And like you said, I think he has a mountain to climb in Anfield, because you see, there are a few sides in England, in English football, that will go to Anfield and they don't get intimidated. There are very, very few sides. Very, very few sides. Even the United side, the so-called great United side of old, will still go to Anfield and feel
and feel
the heat. Yes, with the likes of Roy Keane, David Beckham,
Exactly.
And in the opposite side, you have the like of Steve McManaman, Paul Ince that moved who was the last player that moved from Old Trafford to
Liverpool.
Anfield to
Yeah.
Liverpool. Those at that time still the United team will still be feast with. I mean, we all know about what Anfield stand for. You see the
Yeah.
fans close to the pitch, and that's why you see modern day football. Stadiums are built with the fans close to the pitch, very very
Have
close
you
to the. It is
have
done.
you have you
It is
have you heard what happens at the cup end where they
yeah.
send?
It is
I think they send oppositions and players to their knees. They
exactly
scream to
so.
the high heavens. They turn
So
the stadium to a cathedral. It becomes a concert. And if you don't have
exactly
the heart, you don't have the heart of a lion, you suffer so much loss, my
so
brother.
much. Yeah.
So it's a game. It's a game that, to be sincere with you, you do not want to, in quote, you do not want to. In short, if you don't come with so much panache, you get beaten and get battered. That's how bad the Anfield Stadium is. Go ask Arsenal. They no matter how flying they are, they hate playing at that stadium. In their best form to
Yeah.
take a draw, it's like a win. So it's it is a stomping ground, my brother. So uh
Exactly.
let's be realistic. Man City will have to change something. And I think we have to start from a mental block. They have to believe they can go to Anfield and get the result. And when I mean result, they can win because a draw would not, would not help their cause. They must be able to say, we can go to Alpha and get the result. No matter who we are facing, is thank goodness Arsenal are done traveling to the Anfield. If they got a draw from there and they also got a victory at the Emirates Stadium, so that one is done and dusted. They're done with Liverpool for the year. But
Yeah, they are done.
Man City must then have to believe that they can go to the Anfield and get all 3 points and play good football. Liverpool are right now they're in a safe place. The coach rested so many players in the Europa League and they still got 5 goals. No Mohamed Salah, still no problem. We heard that he's back in training. Still the coach didn't let him play. So this is a warning sign to all Man City players. And you know what? Salah is to Man City what did the dropper was to Arsenal.
To Chelsea. Sorry.
What you know? Salah is to Man
Okay,
City.
Man
What did
City. Yes, so the dropper did to Arsenal. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. He loved this fixture. And it's not gonna be good music in the ears of Pep Guardiola and the Man City defenders. That Salah is ready and available for this game. But it is what it is. But Man City must believe. If they know, and other people have said, "Oh, don't worry, Man City are favorite." They know how to. They understand the final run into the championship. They've been here before.
But this is Anfield. This is Anfield. This is Anfield.
Exactly. This is Anfield, man. And two, it's not. They're not as impeccable as they used to be. We've seen them struggle through game. Look at the last game. Where you expected them to coast, and they came in the second half and had to against Man United. It was the master of old. And that first time it should be 3 or 4. We should have been singing. We should have been singing the Edo. They didn't need to regroup to get a victory. But that's what Man City is becoming. And let's wait how they will pan out. But come on, it's a tall order, man. Really tall order. It's going to be very difficult for this Man City team, especially with the fact that they are playing at Anfield, a Liverpool side that is flying, despite the injury problems, and are also getting back their players back from injury.
Exactly. So that is it for City. City have to wake up, especially at Anfield. They have to turn up to play at Anfield. Okay, let me see. Where do you think?
Before we even go to it, let's look at it. Let's look at this point of view. We can sit down and start calculating this is how Liverpool should play. This is how Manchester City should play. But be sincere with you, Liverpool knows how to play only one way: direct football.
Yeah.
So Man City, and you know what? I feel for Man City because whenever they play this direct football, the fans get to they draw straight from the fans. The fans get involved. What be that Man City Liverpool gets the first goal in this encounter? It could be a long day for them. A very long day.
Well, we've seen it season in season out against. Last season ended in a 1-0 victory thanks to Mo Salah. Yes, last season it was a 1-0 victory.
That's why Liverpool not being the best form of their life.
So I think City has to be 200% ready for that match. 200, not just 100% ready. 200% ready. Yeah,
it's gonna be a fight to the finish. Fight.
It's really gonna be. Okay, where do you think this match will be won and lost?
My brother, like I said, Liverpool has to know how to play away. But I think it will won and lost in the midfield. No disrespect to Liverpool. It depends how well Man City can control the game. You know, we know Liverpool don't care. They want the game to be so fast paced. They want the game to be very speedy. They don't even want a control. They want it to be end to end. Liverpool enjoy end to end. They can win you 5-6. They don't care. They win. So it depends. And that's why I'm scared for Man City. With the kind of
And
defenders
that has been a problem for City when they come to Anfield. That has been the problem for City because Liverpool will always come at you. Liverpool will always press you, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. And the fans will not let you control the game because they'll be screaming into the high heavens. It's not point out how well, because see, Liverpool would press you. They don't know how to play pass, but no. When the attackers get, whether it is Godigapo, Diego Jota, who is out injured anyway, whether it is that we don't know who's scoring, that guy is in a good place. It's an excellent play right now. He's in the best of form. And then Mohamed Salah, they only have one thing in mind: how to attack you and get a shot at goal. That's what they're thinking. For the likes of Arnold and what's his name, Simicas or Robertson, they've got one thing in their head. Or whether it's called Bradley, they've got one thing in their head. And what's that thing? To get a cross, whip a cross in, and find it out that we know Salah or Gapo. So they are super direct. The problem is, how can Man City then know what? Calm the pressure down. Tell Liverpool, drink cold water.
What? In Anfield.
They have to. They have to. If they want to get something,
they have to. Think so.
We know it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be difficult. You know it's going to be difficult. Yeah. But that's the only way Man City can get something from this game. You know, Rodri will be key in this encounter. He'll be able to break down the place of these pacey wingers, and then he'll be able to hold the ball and start up the play. Phil Foden will come good because his ball carrying would have to come good because his ball carrying abilities.
But you see, ball carrying for Phil Foden will be very dangerous in Anfield because those guys, like I said, yes, they press.
But you have to not see. It's a game of risks. It's a game of risks, Fancy. It's a game of risks.
Now look at it. Look at the risks involved. Let me show you the risks involved.
Yeah.
The risks, or let me tell our viewers the risks. The risks involved is that you want to slow down the game a little bit, the tempo of the game. Which I don't think it's possible to do that in Anfield. Even though the Liverpool fans even though the Liverpool players will buy that dummy, the Liverpool fans will not buy the dummy. They will all players will keep on. That is one.
Exactly.
Second risk is that in that match, it's a fast-paced match, and players like Phil Foden don't like fast-paced matches. They don't like it. Yes, and that's why he flourished last time out against United, because if you look at that match, the match against United,
very slow and sluggish.
City in the first 20 minutes were nowhere to be found because United made it fast-paced.
Yeah, exactly.
United made it fast-paced for City, made it unbearable for them. And Rashford could have scored on hat-trick in that match, if not the caliber of player that he is. That is one. And City, yes, and City will not like that match on a fast pace. A player like Rodri and Phil Foden would not like that match in a fast pace. Fast pace. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne might like it, but those two players that you feel that they can really turn up the play, change the mood of the play, I don't think they'll be able to cope with that fast-paced match. The only thing I think...
apart from that, even the back line, look at the back line of Manchester City. Amaro Akonji, Stones, I can go on, Ake. They are not the fastest players. And you said it. When Man United made the game so fast for them, when Rashford was still in that pitch, and he was the outlet, they were terrible in the first 20-25 minutes because they couldn't find an outlet. So if Liverpool press them this way, I'm telling you, there's a lot of juice. There's juice.
If you had in the last week match, if you had Rasmus Højlund and Rashford in that match with Garnacho, it would have been much more better for United. Rasmus Højlund has the speed. Garnacho has the speed. And Rashford has the speed. So what you can be able to do in that match, you have the Rasmus Højlund that can hold the ball, hold play. I think more than any front player in Man United, he can hold the play. He has the speed.
He has
He
the
could have
ability to bring
helped them
others
in that.
into play.
Yes, bring others into play. But Bruno Fernandes was the person doing Rasmus Holland's job. He can't do that job. He can't do that job for 90 minutes.
Bruno can only be an engineer.
Exactly. He can't
He
do that job for. But you have
can only be an engineer.
you have
When
a
is to
Darwin.
create chances.
Exactly. You have a Darwin Nunes. You have a Darwin Nunes that can hold up play as well. You have a Salah, and you have who else on the other side? These are speedy. These are speedy players that can really hot City from anywhere. So I just think that the City defense need to wake up on the other side of the pitch, and
they
their attack.
cannot. They can see. This is how they're designed to play. What every Pep Guardiola's team, his weak point is his backline. You know why? Because he wants to turn his defenders to midfielders. He wants to pass. And he invented this. He invented this passing from the back. It was Guardiola before. We were told that as defender, when you're in a difficult situation, hoof the ball forward, kick the ball forward, and regroup and start again. If you cannot do what to do, kick it out to the throw. No, we're taught when we play at young age.
Yeah.
We play football now. Nowadays, when you're in a tight angle, pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. Open up, create space. Let him pass the ball back to you. Then you look up, you pass the ball to your defensive midfielder. In tight angles. That is Guardiola for you. So the defenders at Man City are not created to run or chase. And that's why when you put them on the run, you will realize they are very heavy. From Diaz to Akonji to Ake to Stones to even to their left and right back. Even Walker, as is the fact that when you put him on the run 1, 2, 3, he's very quick, but he's now used to playing so much football that sometimes it's now becoming a body for him to track back. That is Walker for you. So for me, it's how well would Liverpool take this game. If they go direct, Man City will suffer. If they go direct, which I know they will get goals. And the problem is now who will score more, because even Liverpool right now, if you look at their defensive shape, it's not also the best.
It's also not the best.
Exactly. They also, what they always want to do is outscore teams. They always look at a team that will concede at least a goal in every other game. So there's also a goal in there for Erling Haaland and the gang. But at the end of the day, I think they will give Man City a lot of trouble if they stick to their game plan, stick to the club culture, and have a go at this Man City team.
Okay. Let's see if they could have a go at this Man City team. So away from the Liverpool City match, let's quickly go into other matches in the EPL for this weekend. There's also a match. For the top four as well, between Aston Villa and Spurs. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, Aston Villa and Spurs. That's a big game. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Okay. I think it's going to be a tough game for Spurs.
I can't
you don't know which Spurs.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Wow. Can you hear now? Wow, this is serious.
If you can, okay. Sport Bishop is out. Okay, the Sport Bishop is out of the house. Let's wait for him to come back quickly. So, in other fixtures in the EPL, we quickly look at Manchester United versus Everton, Arsenal versus Brentford, Aston Villa versus Aston Villa will play Spurs, which is and Chelsea will play Newcastle. Those are not all the matches that we played as well. So in other matches too as well, we'll also see West Ham Burnley, Brighton Nottingham Forest, Wolverhampton Fulham. Crystal Palace Luton. Let's see if the Sport Bishop is back. Okay, he's back. Let's add him. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Come on, come on, man. Not today, man. Not
today, man. Okay, in other matches in the EPL, the early kickoff for tomorrow or for this weekend, we'll see Man United host Everton after losing 2 back-to-back matches. They will host Everton to see if they could catch up with the likes of Aston Villa and Spurs,
Spurs.
who are running away with that top four and the top four and the top five. Aston Villa,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, Aston Villa will be hosting Spurs as well. It's a very tough match as well. I think this is also one of the biggest matches in the weekend as well in
Yeah,
the EPL and in the world as well. Then Arsenal will be playing at home to Brentford.
absolute bunkers.
People will say that
Absolute bunkers.
are more for Arsenal.
I see goals here and there.
Yes, that one are
I
more
see
for
goals.
that
I
more
see
for
goals in the
Arsenal.
chances. At the Emirates Stadium, it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan. Wherever they are around the world, they should rejoice at Mikel Arteta. The man has broken every record for them. A Brentford team who are suffering. I don't think they've won a game in the past 5 games. They've not been the best team, even since the return of Ivan Toney. Arsenal have been scoring goals reckless abandon. They've been the first team to score more than 3 goals in the 7 consecutive games. They've scored the most goals in 7 consecutive games. They have kept the highest number of clean sheets in the Premier League with 10. Raya has 9. Fortunately, Raya will not be available for this game. Raya will be out because of his attachment with Brentford. He's on loan, so he can't play against his parent club. But Arsenal has got a reputable replacement in Aaron Ramsdale. How ready is he going to be psychologically?
Reputable replacement.
Absolutely.
Reputable replacement.
Yes.
In quotes, reputable replacement.
That boy
they will win the match, but they will win the match. But I don't think he's a reputable replacement. That guy.
No, I think
he's a good shot stopper, but he's always like
he lacks concentration.
Yes, like Pickford, he lacks.
Like he forgets himself a lot.
Exactly, and the keeper should always concentrate.
Be fully exactly.
Because he
forgets himself a lot. He forgets himself. That's his issue. But I think Arsenal should have enough to win there. Forget Spurs and Aston Villa did so well in the Conference League. Got a goalless draw in their encounter against Amsterdam in the Europa Conference League. Unai Emery wants to add that into his CV. He has won 4 Europa League. He wants to add the Conference League as well. For Tottenham Hotspur, wow, what a team. They come back last time from the third at the death of losing that game by 1-0. Then Timo Werner, Romero, and of course, don't forget the Son Heung-min who returns with those beautiful goals. So you don't know which Spurs team will turn up, but the good thing about them is that they've got other post Ante Postecoglou is that they fight.
Yeah.
You don't know when they are beaten. That's their problem. You do not. Just like Leverkusen, who we thought finally they have lost a game in the Europa League from 2-0 down. They came back later to score twice. It was 2-2, and their unbeaten run in all competition continues. You don't know when this
that's a team that when you look at they don't just know when they have lost a game.
Exactly.
They just keep on moving.
They keep fighting. They keep playing. They keep. Yeah. That's what it's Spurs. So Aston Villa has got the game on their hand, but the playing at the Villa Park gives them an added advantage. And one man who is scoring goals, his best ever return in the Premier League, Oli Watkins, 16 goals in the Premier League. His best before then was 14, and the boy is scoring goals reckless abandon. I think he has booked a ticket to the plane to the Euros come this summer. I don't know what it takes, but I think he has booked. Ivan Toney's ban may have affected his trip to Euros, but Oli Watkins showed most for me has been the man who booked his ticket alongside Harry Kane and any other person in the striking position for England. So good one for Aston Villa. Wait and see how that pans out. But
let's see how that pans out.
If they cannot beat Everton, wow.
So United should be able to win this match. And if United don't win this match, just call it the end of Eric Ten Hag at United at the end of the season. I think he will be sacked. Even with a win, if he wins all the matches at the end of the season, I just think he is going to leave. But I just hope that they stick with him, because and I say this, and correct me if I'm wrong, United have had a lot of problems this season, on and off the pitch.
Okay.
And the reason, and more of the pitch with the likes of Sancho, with the likes
that's self-inflicted. That Sancho issue is self-inflicted. I'll say it every day of the week.
From the player or from
the coach.
No, it's not.
You're coming out to the place and say, "Player is not serious." The player will
I think you have to call out. You have to call out, and I keep on saying it. You have to call out what you need to call out.
That guy was
as a manager. Don't support. I think we need to get the facts straight. And I said it. We need to get the facts straight. The English
The
players,
manager
you
came
see the
out.
message. The English players, it was the same manager that sent Sancho out last season when he was doing confidence to go and get his confidence back.
Yeah.
I think these English players are just rotten, spoiled brats that you have. Most of them that you have. No, that's the reality. Take it from me. The English players we have currently, the young, especially the black English players, are rotten, spoiled brats. From Sancho to who else again, to Rashford to Mason Greenwood. These are rotten, spoiled brats. They feel because they are playing for Man United and this culture, this so-called English culture, uh, they want to keep on doing it. That is just it. The same Sancho, he has forgotten that the same Sancho went out to some other team last season and got his confidence back. The manager has to make it. If you're not performing well in training, and we know how the Dutch coaches select their team. They select their team based on your performance, not based on your talent. And that is
But,
what it is. There are a lot of
let's be
there are a lot
serious.
of
I will pick him any day to Anthony.
yes, you might pick him any day for Anthony, but Anthony is not even starting. That's the truth. Anthony is not starting.
By the time Sancho was leaving,
No,
Anthony
he
was
wasn't.
starting.
He wasn't. Remember? No. Point of correction, please. He wasn't because remember he had this case that took him out of the team.
That was there now. That was before. That was after they had that brouhaha.
Sancho left. No.
January.
That was in
Sancho left in January.
No.
Sancho had that problem before the Anthony issue. And don't forget Sancho called out Anthony. Remember?
Timeline, please.
Sancho called out
Because I know the
Anthony.
Timeline, please. Anthony had that problem along the line. Sancho also had that problem after the Arsenal game. The Arsenal game was virtually the third match of the season. So Sancho has even left the team even before Anthony had that problem. The Arsenal game was the third match of the season, and that was why Erik ten Hag didn't start him. Let's call a spade a spade. I don't like pundits, so not pundit like you, but pundit, the English pundit, come here to be calling out the manager out. These are people that have played football. And they've managed clubs, and they are calling out managers out. For what reason? The manager sees everything. He knows everything based on the data he's been provided from his coaching staff. And the guy has not been performing. And let's call out this thing. Sancho has not been performing. For 17 million pounds, he has not been performing. He has not been playing.
Neither has Anthony either.
I don't want to. I'm not talking about Anthony in this match. This is not the time. If I want to talk about Anthony, I'll call out Anthony too. But I am calling out Sancho personally.
I just said it was terrible at some point. But these are gifted players for crying out loud.
Gifted players and you cannot train well. Let's call out a spade. Gifted player, you cannot train well. Ronaldo is gifted, he trains well. Messi is gifted, he trains well. These players train, and because they know that if you no matter being talented, it's not enough to be a great footballer. It's not enough to be a great footballer. You have to train well. You have to show your team that yes, you are always there for them.
But don't forget, there was a certain Eden Hazard who don't train. He comes to the pitch of play and it becomes a massive
train. And that is why see how his career ended at the age of 32. See how his career ended at the age of 32.
I don't think you would call him out with how his career ended. I knew he would end up with how his career ended. That guy was a gift to football.
He wants to compare himself with Ronaldo, and no, it's not a gift to football if you finish your career at the age of 32. It's not a gift to football if you are always, if you don't train hard and take care of yourself, always overweight. It is not a gift to football. Let's say it. It's not, because we want our footballers to last at least 36 to 40, which we saw it. No, not every athlete will like, but we know Hazard issue of overweight. We know other Hazard issue of lack of training well.
He loves his burger.
He can't compare himself with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, even Neymar as well. They are still playing. They are still playing. He can't compare himself with them because longevity is also part of the game. It's also part of greatness as well. Longevity, and that's why not only in football we've seen LeBron James age almost 40, still playing basketball. We saw Kobe Bryant, also may God bless his soul, also in his 40s as well, still playing basketball. We also saw the great Michael Jordan, close to his 40s, still playing basketball. Now we are seeing it in the likes of Ryan Giggs, in the likes of Nesta, in the likes of Paolo Maldini. We are seeing it in the likes of Van der Sar, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They are still playing football. It is also part of greatness as well. If you cannot train very well, properly, and you cannot effectively show that there's a willingness, no matter the talent you have, you will not succeed going forward. That's just it. Let's tell ourselves the truth. So, coming back to the likes of Sancho, I just think that they mess, and Ten Hag didn't also help himself as well. Going forward, he didn't help himself. Always mourning, and you can understand why he's mourning, because most of his players are also his team is not really balanced. The likes of Luke Shaw have been in and out. The likes of Martinez have been in and out. Malacia also, who was the backup for Luke Shaw, is also not in that team. So,
as much as you want to create an excuse for Eric Ten Hag, go and look at the injury worries of Klopp and see what he's doing.
Leave Klopp alone. Leave Klopp alone. I don't want to bring in Klopp here because Klopp injury started recently, not across the end of the season. It started in January. But United,
I agree with you. Klopp, I agree with you. This is match now. Klopp has no business winning those games he has won so far. Yes. And that is why people are calling out Ten Hag. As much as you want to, there are injury worries. Oh, there's a problem here. Oh, there's a problem with the board. Oh, there's uncertainty with the management of the team. But we look at the way they play, and you end up like, wow. I don't know, there is no
they always play like that. See, they always play like that. They always play like that because there are a lot of expectations on the team. And also, I'm going to blame the Glazers as well. You can't take that away from it. I'm going to blame the Glazers. And this is the reason why you can correct me if I'm wrong. And this is the reason why they created this cloud on the team, this cloud of uncertainty on the team. And at the end of the day, the team were wobbling at home. See, even though it is you, see, let me tell you something. And I will say it. If Alex Ferguson was handing over to Jurgen Klopp, it would be a big shoe to fill. If Alex Ferguson was handing over to Pep Guardiola, it would be a big shoe to fill. And that's why most of them. Yes, that's why most of them rejected that job, and a certain David Moyes collected that job and overhauled the team. A team that just won the league, you overhauled the team. It's a joke.
But the team was terrible.
No, a team that won the league. A team that won the league was no.
A player like Rafael and Rafael. Let me call the players there.
At that time, Rafael was in that team. At that time, they won the league that season. Hold on, let me explain. Rafael was the best right back in the league. Go and check. Rafael was the best right back in that league.
That's what I'm saying. It was something that made us good.
You have a Rooney that team. The team was not. No. The team was not a terrible team under Alex Ferguson that year. Hold on now. Look at the players you have in that team. Let me mention those players for you.
Okay.
You might say you have a Van Persie in that team that was in his prime.
Fantastic.
You have a Wayne Rooney in that team. That was the best player in England at that time. Take it or leave it. He was the best player in England, the best striker in England at that time, and also the best supporting player in England. You still have you still have a Rio Ferdinand that was towards the end of it was very experienced. You still have a Mandavidic, the warrior in that team. Are you getting me now? You have a Paul Scholes that returned back in the team to assist. You have the best passer in the league at that time, in the person of Michael Carrick in that team. You've forgotten Michael Carrick in the team. You still have an aging Carrick. You see, though the team was aging, but you still have players in that team. I expected, my problem was not even on the players. My problem was on the coach. As a coach, when you come into a team, don't raise. And the problem is that don't raise your back. Don't overhaul your backroom staff, because see, the backroom staff in that team was a winning backroom staff. Yes.
Yeah.
The players were aging. Yes, the players were aging, fine and good, but the back and also. David Gill left with Alex Ferguson. A certain you know where I'm going to now. So let's leave that. Let's look at other games, because if you keep on talking about the issue in United, we will not finish today.
now we have the hopefully a new chapter will
No,
be opened.
yes, I think the Ineos group are doing something behind the scene that I love. They are trying to restructure the club. They don't want
Oh
to
yeah,
hand over, yes, and which is very, very
they
good.
don't
And
want to hand it over to one
like I
man.
said,
They want
no, no,
they want the
no,
back to share abroad.
like I said, the way United was run post Sir Alex Ferguson till when Woodward left. I get him in that. If you run any other
Yeah.
club like that, if you run any other club in England like that, even the cities and the so-called Liverpool, they will run to the ground financially. They will run to the ground because the way the club was run, club you were signing players based on sales of jerseys. Your club will sell jerseys whether you like it or not. They will sell. United will always sell jerseys. They will always sell jerseys more than any other team, even till date. They sell jerseys more than any other team in the Premier League. United sell jerseys, even as they are not fighting for anything. They sell jerseys globally more than any other team. They will always sell. The truth of the matter. How much did they make in the Ronaldo return in United? They will always sell jerseys, whether Ronaldo is here or not. They will always sell jerseys. I think the truth of the matter is that your club has to be. You have to run a football club the way it should be run in the 21st century. You have to have various departments like the sporting department and
Yeah.
other functional departments that will help the players on the pitch, because what happens on the pitch is what transcends to off the pitch in business wise, and that's where I think they've got it wrong in the past 13 years. So for me, I think the club has to restructure itself. How which the Qataris bought the club to could have been better, but with Ineos,
No. They won't let.
it could have been better.
The Premier League will not even sanction it. I was even waiting for you to say that.
Yeah,
They will
the Premier League are biased if they don't sanction it. The Premier League are biased. They are
I love
biased. Because they know, and that is why the likes of
was got it. They sanctioned it quickly. They would have not
and that is
sanctioned
why
it.
the likes of United want City to be punished for their doing, because
Don't
they knew.
you know that the fact that Ineos now has a share in England is one of the only teams that had a British owner. So
I don't care. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it derogative. I don't want to use it derogative. I don't care. All I care is that the Glazers should leave the club. They are not leaving. They are not out of the club. That means the problem. The problem is still.
They are part of the problem to the North.
Exactly.
They will not that's it. Take operational issues. We're going to be sharing money on the top.
They are not part of. They are not part of the. They seem not be part of the problem now, because nobody is talking about the Glazers since Ineos came in. Nobody's talking about them.
Take all the whole problem in us. Let's go and enjoy the money on top.
Let's move quickly away from this United. Let's move quickly away from this United issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the La Liga. I think the La Liga. We don't really have much in the La Liga. I think for the top five, you still have Real Madrid leading the league with 66 points, followed by Girona with 59 points, and
Liverpool 58 points.
Quickly followed by Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, 58 points. Barcelona will play Mallorca this evening at home. Play this evening by
the Los Campañas Stadium in Barcelona.
Exactly. So I think they have a win. If they have a win, they will a little come close to Real Madrid a little bit. If they don't, Madrid will be playing tomorrow against Celta Vigo. Cadiz will host Atletico Madrid. So those are the for the top.
But let's be realistic. It's no longer in Barcelona's hand. It's no longer in Girona's hand. All they can do is do their business and win their games.
Yes,
do you expect Madrid to lose to Celta Vigo
at home?
The answer is no. So I know they've got a certain Iago Aspas, former Liverpool star, but come on, let's be realistic. Or should I say
Madrid will be too much for them. Too much.
So all Barcelona need to do is like now get their job done. Girona to get that. If Girona can get Champions League football come the end of the season, they've had a fantastic season. Absolutely.
Yeah, it will be a big boost for them as well. But I just think that they will lose a lot of players at the end of the day.
The question is whether UEFA will allow them play, because the rule is that you cannot one owner cannot have two players playing the Champions League, and the owners of Girona is the owners of Manchester City. So that could be the Achilles heel.
No, I don't think so. It's a group. It's
a rule. That's what even the Spanish FA are talking about. It's been on the news for some time now. If they get there, would they allow Girona participate? No, even though they have the same owners with Manchester City. So
Okay,
that's a big
let's see.
problem.
Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, quickly, let's go to the Bundesliga. Stuttgart, who are lying second in the Bundesliga, will host Union Berlin today this evening. I think who are lying third behind Bayern Munich. Sorry, I think if they win this match, they will put much more pressure on Bayern Munich. They are 50 point. They are on 50 point. Bayern are on 56, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas
Yeah.
Bayern Leverkusen are on 66. So they'll put much more pressure on Bayern Munich if they win this match. Bayern Munich will be at home tonight by tomorrow, which is Saturday, and on Sunday, Leverkusen will be at home to Wolfsburg. I think that should be a match they could win. Nobody's expecting a banana peel in that match,
So
except
there's a
if
banana pillow. There's a banana pillow. First of all, that 2-2 draw in the Europa League, and the fact that Wolfsburg had no push over, I think they've won their last 2 games, and they were the team who beat, don't forget, Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena a few weeks ago. So it is a banana peel. It's a big game, but we have to agree that going to the Bay Arena, they should
yeah,
have the job done. That's the problem. And the good thing is the coach rested a lot of players yesterday, and it almost cost him. Alonso, talk about Alonso. It almost
yeah,
cost him his unbeaten record. They got them in the second half, and they
yeah,
got the job done. I think in this game, he plays first 11, and they will have a good. I think they should be winning this one. And the good thing about them is that there is no person. Everybody will say, "Oh, Boniface is injured. He has 10 goals in 16 games for them." Right now, the goals is shared among the team. If it's not Frimpong from right back, it's Grimaldo from left back. If it's not Granit Xhaka from midfield, the goal is Patrick Schick. If it's not Patrick Schick, it's Nathan Teller. The goal is being shared
yeah.
abroad. You don't even know who you're going to mark. You've just got
You've forgotten a certain wing back and right back.
That's Grimaldo and Frimpong.
Frimpong, yeah.
So they are well. It's a well-grilled, well-oiled team. So
Well,
it is what it is. Yeah.
so it will be Werder Bremen versus Dortmund on Saturday as well. Dortmund are have
What do you
44
expect?
points, and they've had 2 wins in their last 5 matches with 2 draws as well and a loss.
Not
Um,
convincing.
for Stuttgart, which I think they are also one of the teams to beat among the top 6 in the German Bundesliga. Just one draw in their last 5.
Yeah.
They are in very good form. And Bayern 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in their last 5.
And Bayern Munich, of course. Maybe this Champions League win could be what will propel them to where they ought to be, how they ought to be, and maybe give a good charge or challenge to the title aspiration of Bayer Leverkusen. Maybe that's what they just need, a victory like that.
Exactly. RB Leipzig will be at home. At home to Darmstadt. RB Leipzig will want to push for the Champions League places as well. So they are 43 points with 3 wins, 1 loss, and a draw in their last 5. So I think it's
beautiful performance at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah. They were just unlucky to.
Performance. Yes, they should be playing the Champions League.
Exactly. They should be. So that is that for the German Bundesliga. For the top, we just look at the top teams there, and that is that for that. Quickly, let's go to. Just hold on. Let's go to the Italian Serie A. Well, the Italian Serie A is still Inter at the far front of the.
No. Be precise. Not at the forefront. It is still Inter.
At the far front. Far front.
So they are in the world of their own.
They have 72 points, which I think is enough for them to win the league at this stage.
Games they need to lose for them to lose this title.
For them to lose because Juventus lost team, and Juventus and AC Milan are on the heels of Juventus now. AC Milan, Bologna, and Roma on the heels of Juventus now. But I think Juventus should be fine. They should qualify for the Champions League after being absent for a season. Regarding their so they will be playing at home because they are playing at home. I think I will give them a narrow win in that match against Atlanta. They've only had.
Not been convincing.
It's not confusing.
One man has been scoring, but they have been failing to pick up all 3 points. I talk
points.
about Debola Lookman.
Lookman.
It seems to have
So
been even in the Europa in the excuse me in the Europa League as well. He got a goal there, but they still cannot. They're still struggling to win games, and that's a problem.
okay,
That's the
they
problem.
have, they have to look for a way to score. Juventus have lost 3 matches in their last 5, and that's why Inter has been
Including the game against Napoli, when they lost to
yes.
Victor. And Victor
So
missed the penalty.
yes, they lost that game. That game, I don't think Juventus deserve to lose that game because Napoli were not even in that match at all. They were not in that match, not until
My only take home from that game is simple. Osimhen can't play penalty, and this is why he
and
can't compete with
yeah,
Alan and Mbappe. Because if he
yeah.
can score 21 goals without penalties, if he add a chunk of like 10 or 15, that's how many goals. This is what makes others different. That's what makes Mbappe and them different from him. This is lack of his poor abysmal penalty record. And that's why they don't look at the Super Eagles. We come through Ekong. Would have been the golden boot winner now to come take penalties. It is quite shocking, man. He needs to work on his penalty taking.
It's part of who he is, but he needs to work on that. So
He
Napoli,
has to.
yes. Let's go to Napoli. Napoli should play today against Torino. I think they should be able to win that one. They should be able to win that one and establish and maybe pinch Atlanta off that spot, of that 6th place. If Atlanta lose against no, they'll remain 7th. I think they've remained 7th for a long time, so they should. So Bologna will host Inter Milan. Bologna are also fourth in the league with a 51 points. And guess what? They've won 5 out of the last 5.
And that's why I say it's a potential banana peel.
So yes, it's a potential banana peel against Inter.
In return for this man who left Bologna to join Inter Milan, his name is Marco Arnautovic. He joined up, so we want to see how well he can play against his former team. But what I've learned with this Inter Milan team, that no matter what they chop and change, they still win games. The last time Sanchez scored, they won 2-1. They found a way to navigate through this result. So it's going to be a tall order for Bologna, but Inter Milan are favourites again to win this one. I think from now to the end of the season to be how many points Inter Milan can gather, before the season ends. Like you said, they already have 72. They are like 15 or 18 points. Last time I checked was 15. I don't know how many points down there. 5th. So it's like almost done and done. They need to lose like 5 games. I don't think Inter Milan can or you.
I think they are one of the 3 informed sides in the Italian Serie A. In the Italian Serie A currently, Inter first, Bologna second. Then guess which team is the 3rd informed side in the Italian Serie A?
Milan.
No, not AC Milan.
Wow.
You want to imagine a certain team that was coached by Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho left the team.
Roma under one.
Yes, Roma under the Nerossi. They just lost 1 in 5, and they taught Brighton a lesson yesterday. Who taught? They taught Brighton a lesson yesterday.
This tells you one thing, that to be sincere with Mourinho has been toxic. I want to talk about this, but I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me. The Rossi have turned the tie around. This was a Roma team that looked like an average team. Under the Rossi, like you said, they've won 4 straight games.
Don't you think it's a coach bounce? A managerial bounce?
I don't think so. See, you can bounce in your league and not in Europe. Do you see them yesterday? They looked untouchable. They made the likes of Simon Adingra, and the rest of them looked like they were. These are the people who are flying the EPL.
Brighton are no match. Brighton are no match. No matter what they are doing in the EPL, Brighton are no match for Roma. A very good Roma side.
We know on paper Roma is far bigger. But we've seen Brighton go away from home and hot teams in the Europa League. Teams that are no match for even in history. Yeah. So for me, it's a big one for Daniel Rossi. He seems he has turned the tide around. Maybe we'll be getting the Roma we had when he was playing alongside Francesco Totti to get that back. Maybe I'm going ahead of myself. But it is what it is.
Ahead of yourself. Okay, quickly, let's wrap up this. We want to. Time is well spent. AC Milan will be hosting Empoli in their Saturday match. At the San Siro. So let's see how that game pan out. Quickly, let's go to the Mbappe League. We call it the Mbappe League. It is the Mbappe League. PSG are still top of the table with 11 points, and they are
not for too long.
Huh?
Not for too long. The Mbappe League, not for too long.
Not for too long. They are also running away with that league. They will be hosting Reims Rennes. Then Lens will be hosting the second side in the league, Brest.
Breast, yeah.
Brest. I don't know how they are in the second, but it is
This
good
one
for
will not
them.
be French, you know. They share
Yeah.
it. They share this place.
Yes.
It is not
Then
Lyon,
Nice.
Marseille. Look at
Then
what
Nice.
Marseille is. They do Lyon on table.
Exactly. Yes. Then Nice will be hosting Montpellier today on
Yeah.
Friday. So Friday matches are good. Let's hope. Then Strasbourg will be hosting Monaco. So these are the games these are games of the top six in that league. But let's see how it pan out for the league on this weekend. Maybe we might see some changes between
Same what?
second
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 and
and
third and fourth.
second
But the
second
thing
and
is,
third and fourth. There might be some changes.
yeah.
But I just think that PSG are just too good with Kylian Mbappe. They are just too good, too wonderful. And I
Don't be
want to see
surprised.
Kylian.
Don't be surprised. Enrique will not play him. We play
Yeah,
only in the
that's what. But I've
Champions
said, but I know I keep on saying, milk this guy, milk him. This is the last time you will see. This is the last time you have to use him. Just milk him. No
Or
prejudice.
you can keep him. Or you can
I
keep
don't
him
know
fresh
why
for the Champions
managers.
League.
I think I love Alex Ferguson.
Can you keep him fresh for the Premier League?
I love you can keep him fresh. I love Alex Ferguson. When Ronaldo came in 2008, was it 2008? After they won the Champions League, he said he wants to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Told him, I will not stop you from going to Real Madrid, but this season you are not going to next season. Are you
Yeah.
getting me now? When Kylian Mbappe was signed that 2 years deal with that 2 years deal with a possible 1 year extension, we all know. Me and you knew that he's not going to be in PSG at the end of this season. We knew that because it was calculated. The guy is a businessman. I don't know his mother she's a really good businesswoman. First of all, what she did was to allow because she knows that money is not everything, but at a certain time money is something. She'll milk out money from the Qataris in PSG, making them up the money Real Madrid presented to them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They pay the guy up to close to $1 billion annually. They spend almost $2 billion. That's what the guy made. Now the guy knew that he definitely knew that he was coming to Madrid, and the offer Madrid will offer him will be slightly lesser than what he will receive. So, but he knows what he wants. He has told his mom, "I want to win the Champions League," and Madrid knew what Madrid did was that they knew how to balance the equation. Let's pay you 15-20 million annually, which is a good is it annually, which is a good offer for you. But your royalty, every other thing concerning you,
You keep.
Yes, you keep.
It's 80%, 70%.
Yes, that's a good business because Madrid knew also that when it comes to shirt sales, they will sell more shirt with Kylian Mbappe that sure nobody will even get to them. They will sell more shirt with Kylian Mbappe than any other player that they will sign next season. And also, like I always tell people, Madrid as a team are looking to build a team of young players that will stand the test of time. Everybody is just watching. Barcelona have young players, but Madrid have one of the best young players in their team, young group in their team. If they add Alfonso Davies in that team, Baba,
it's the beginning of the end.
It's the beginning of the end because they
3 or 4 Champions League in the next 5 years.
Yes, 3 or 4 Champions League in the next 5 years because I look at Manchester City. If they don't win the Champions League this year, I don't think they're gonna win it next year because they have aging players in their team that are aging gradually. The likes of Kevin De Bruyne, the likes of you have the likes of Phil Foden, you have the likes of Haaland, the likes of Rodri also. Is also aging in that. Yeah. So they also need
wine.
Exactly, but I just think that going further, if the team is not rejigged, I know they've been signing players like Nunes. They did sign players like Nunes from Wolf to back up Rodri, but I just think that in the next 5 years, Real Madrid will still be the team to beat going forward because they still maintain the crop of players that won the Champions League 2 years ago for them. Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior. They have those players have experience. They brought in Jude Bellingham as well, the English boy. And they brought in. I just think that they will sign some defenders, young defenders coming to that team because their defense.
That's what they need. The young defenders. They have table contact very good. They have Andre Lunin. It's not very good. They let go of Kepa Arrizabalaga, who have been a disaster back to Chelsea to suffer their loss. and they will move forward. Absolutely, like I said,
They'll
what
move
they need is
forward.
some
So
young defenders to take
young
up the baton.
defenders to come and take up the ball, which I think they have
Yeah,
the money to buy going into next season. So I think it's a
yeah.
good one. It's a good one for Real Madrid in terms of the rebuilding plan. I think it's the best form of Florentino Perez I've seen for in a
This is
very very long
the
time.
best pattern of how to build their Galacticos. Catch
Exactly.
them young.
We knew he left the team a certain time as the president of the team, but I think he has been able to steady the ship in that team, build a
Yeah.
new stadium, one of the
Not
best
forget
stadiums
some
in
of the
Europe.
young players that already bought, like Hendrick, that striker, 18
Exactly.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yes. I
absolutely.
think he also yes. Let me not forget that. So I just think it's a good time for football in Europe. You have young players. I think it's all about, like I said, it's all about young players this time around because teams don't have that money to spend 80 million pounds, 60 million pounds, 200 million pounds to sign players. So what you do
Yeah.
is that you sign a few expensively and you use young players to
And
back
then,
it up all around.
you have a good academy. Invest on your
Oh, you
academy
have
to
a
be
good
growing
academy.
them.
Yes. You also have a certain Brahim Diaz that came back
Right.
from Real Madrid. So
Ah.
so
Let's not go there.
the team is really jelly all around. So I think it's a good time for Real Madrid. And
Yeah.
for me, the player of in the Premier League, the manager of the season is Mikel Arteta. I know some Arsenal fan will be saying that yes, he deserves it. The team of the month as well. I mean, the team of the month. The team
Yeah.
of the month it should be Arsenal, I guess. If I'm not mistaken. The team of the month in the Premier League. Manager of the
Yeah.
month is Mikel Arteta, and that is it. Okay, to our listener, to our viewers, our time is well spent. Kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, and for the sake of for your sake, and for our sake as well, hit the notification bell, and not necessarily when we get an update, we'll always bring you the best of Fancy Football. Thank you so much, the Sport Bishop, for being part of the show today with an in-depth analysis of our match of the week, which is Liverpool
Absolutely.
at home to Manchester City.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of banging of heads on Sunday. So let's see what will happen
Absolutely.
on
It
Sunday.
is Super Sunday. Super
It
Sunday.
is really Super Sunday. It's really Super
Yeah.
Sunday, and we are glad that we are part of this Super Sunday as well.
Yeah.
We're expecting that as well. Over 2 million people, over 2 billion people watch that match. 2 billion people watch the match. We are hoping
Two of
that
the
match.
2 million I watch, I write here on
Two
your
billion,
screens right now.
2 billion,
Two of the
and
two,
two of the two
two of
billion are right
them.
here on your screen. So we'll be glued our
Yeah.
eyes. Not only that match, we'll be following all the matches of the weekend, so that when we
Yeah.
come back here on Sunday, we'll give you a breakdown of what really happened in those matches.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, our viewers, for watching us. Subscribe, like, share, and you will never be disappointed with what we bring you on Fancy Football. Thank you, and like I always say, gracias in Latin. We'll see you tomorrow when we have much more analysis to talk about Nigerian football. I think hopefully the Sport Bishop will be here. If he's not here, somebody else will. We want to talk about Nigerian football and what is happening across Nigerian football as well. Not the Nigerian MPFL, but what is really happening
Nigeria
across
football in
Nigerian
general.
football.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have John and the Sport Bishop on the show tomorrow, hopefully, before the early kickoff in the Premier League. Hopefully, we'll have them on the show. So that will be our Saturday show. Thank you so very much once more. I can't stop saying thank you to our viewers. It will be thank you. Thank you. It's not.
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.